What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You're looking at my Nazgul Evoke DC Dead Cat 5-inch freestyle quad. I love this thing, and I've been thinking about doing a new build recently, so that's what today's video is about. We're going to talk about a brand new flight controller, but I did want to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. Today is the day before. This is the pre-cook. Let me know if you're making some sides already, if you're making up the rolls early, if you're making the collard greens, the yams, whatever you got popping in the kitchen. I just want to say happy Thanksgiving. Tomorrow I'm probably going to be not online, not posting tomorrow, but I've been excited for a couple weeks too. I got to let you know, I really want to put my Christmas propellers on. Do you guys have Christmas props? These are from Jim Fan last year, and they're so cool because they have a little Santa Claus on here, and it says Merry Christmas on the very end, and they're kind of like translucent color, which is pretty cool. Transparent, green and red in those packs. I love those, and I hope, you know, my Christmas wish this year is that Jim Fan maybe will send us some new ones, some new Christmas props. That'll be awesome. But today's review, we're going to check out HGLRC's Specter F722. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but it is a very beastie flight controller. You can also get some 60 amp ESCs along with it if you want to have like the ultimate you know, 6S Ripper. I mean, this setup, this combo right here has a ton of power, probably more than most people need, but there they are, 60 amp 4-in-1 ESCs and the Specter flight controller. Let's go ahead and let's pull them out of the box. Let me give you a quick rundown on both of these, and again, I gotta say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Put some comments down below if you've already got started cooking and your turkey is maybe coming to your oven soon, or if you're a vegan, I don't know. So again, thanks for tuning in today. I know it's probably hopefully a chill day for you and you're just kind of hanging out. I'm kind of doing the same, but I was also working on some service quads that we got in this morning. I have another guy's going out today, and we have more in the queue. So if you need a quad set up or fixed or repaired, we also do that. We have something called the FPV Service Center. It's pretty cool. You can check that out on our website on dronecamps.com. So if you're struggling, let me know and I will set up your quads for you. So, you know, if you're looking to do a build here coming up, this would be pretty cool. The Specter F722 Mini, it's like probably one of the most like durable looking hardcore flight controllers that I've seen come out of the HGLRC collection, and I love that this is an F7, but check this out. This is pretty nice looking. It has an anodized aluminum case on here. It does also have ports on the side for plugging in things without having to solder, so that's pretty cool. And we have a boot button right there. It's all recessed, as well as USB-C. We've got 5 volts and a 10 volt option on the side, and we have some more accessories down inside the box. It looks like it has a gyro MPU 6000 on board, and the BEC 10 volt at 2 amp, 5 volt, 2.5 amp. Input voltage is 2 to 6S on this little flight controller. 16 megabytes of black box data, recording an STM32 F722 RET6. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump into this. There's a lot of cool stuff to talk about for this particular flight controller ESC combo. This one is a stack. It is 20 by 20 mount, and it has a special hardware feature inside here. And kind of the coolest thing about it right away is the fact that it does have this aluminum case, which offers a lot of protection. So if you're somebody who's running like a 10-inch or a 7-inch and you crash really hard, this is going to be great protection for crashing with a much larger multi-rotor. If you're flying FPV freestyle and you're doing 85 miles an hour and you hit a tree, this might actually survive a tree crash. So all that scraggle and everything is not going to grab your flight controller and tear things off. So very well protected. And it also comes with a conformal coating on both sides of the flight controller and the ESCs. So it does say it's moisture proof, corrosion proof. So if you're landing in like wet grass in the winter season, or if you're flying around snow, this is going to be freaking great. It does have 4 bolts right here that hold this top plate on, and it has this special feature right here, which this is what the M3
mounting hardware is going to come up through the ESCs and mount to. So you don't have actual plastic nuts on top of this. It also has a little bit of dampening on the top for keeping that in place while you're screwing it in. So that's kind of cool, because what this does is it hides all of the top of the flight controller and where your mounting connections are. So it gives it a nice clean look once you do your build. So I thought that was kind of cool that they did it that way. That's different than what I've seen before. Usually we just have some plastic nuts inside here. I did recently have one of them metal nuts on my quads flip off and get inside and cause a whole bunch of havoc inside. So if you have metal nut on your flight controller and it comes loose and it flies off and it makes connection with something else, it's going to cause big problems. So I don't suggest using like metal nut on flight controllers. That's just asking for trouble. So this is cool. Not only is it waterproof, it has a durable case on it. This arrow right here points toward the front of where you should have it lined up for your 20x20 mounting option. We have kind of a no solder type of setup here. We have spot for HD and analog right here, 10 volts on the top rail. On the bottom of that is your signal wire for analog. So VTX right there, clearly labeled T1 and R1. So if you're hooking up DJI for MSP OSD, like, you know, WTF inside the beta flight, are you guys following me? You're going to hook on display, you know, turn on DisplayPort, activate MSP, and you're going to plug in your DJI cable, and it's pins up right here on this harness right here, and that just plugs in, and bam, you plug it into your DJI VTX, bam, you're going there for a 10 volt setting. But if you're going to run analog, you can use this cable, and it has two leads on here, which this one can go off and power the camera, this one to the VTX for signal, and this one can plug in a little further down, and again, pins up. You got your signal wire down here, and it should go all the way down like this. And we also have other cables in the box as well. You know, if you want to solder on something here, you can do that to something else, another VTX. And then this one may be the DJI O3. So a DJI O3 will also fit and plug into this port as well. So again, pins up, this plugs in right here on this side, and bam. So we have CADX Vista support. You can probably also hook up WalkSnail, obviously, and HD0. And on the very top right there on this rail, this small side says 5 volt here, R2 and T2. So on UART2 is where, say, you're going to solder this down to, you'll have 4 wires coming off this for your Crossfire or ELRS receivers if you're going to use CRSF protocol. And that's where your receiver is going to come off of, and that's pretty cool. And over here on the right side, we have 10 volt camera option, which is kind of nice. Some of the other brand new cameras use 10 volt and above. And below that, we have buzzer and our LED wire harness right there. So, and just below that is where our signal wire plugs in for the 60 amp Beastie ESC. So take this harness right here, and it's going to be, looks like, check our pins down this time. So we're going to do pins down, plug that in, and now your ESC is going to be powering your flight controller, and you'll get all your signal coming up from the ESCs. And it looks like this runs on 3 to 6S, so no 2S available on the Specter 60 amp side of things, but that's kind of cool. I usually just kind of tuck those wires under there, and then I'll mount my stack. But what a clean looking stack that's going to be, all put together like that. That's looking pretty nice. That's the thing about this one. I thought it looked pretty nice out of the box. It's well manufactured. I just think it looks pretty cool. Kind of tough to get those out, but you want to be careful there. We also have Bluetooth on here for hooking up the SpeeDB app. So if you want to use this on the SpeeDB app and make changes inside the app, your Betaflight can also exist on your phone, which is cool. That Bluetooth option is great. Now, some of you guys are probably wondering, where's the GPS go? Well, they also have GPS port on here on R3. It's kind of hard to see, but this right here, let me look really close. Actually, it says R4. So this side is R4, this side is R3. So this is an extra ground 5 volt RXT and TX3 side harness here for some other accessories, but this R4 is where your GPS is going to plug into. So we have SCL, SDA, TX4, RX4, 5 volt, and ground right there. So kind of labeled a little bit weird. It says LA, but that's SCL, and then SDA, TX4, RX4, 5 volt, and ground for GPS. So I mean, overall, it's looking like a pretty easy stack to build. It comes with a lot of the cables that you need for DJI 3, Cadex Vista. It comes with your analog setup for your camera and your VTX. And I mean, if you just look at the setup on here, there's not a lot to it, which is it's going to make a great kind of easy, quick build type of scenario. The only thing you really have to solder up is going to be the XT60 on the back of this, your battery lead here, and your motor wires to this. Just plug in this harness to the FC right here. Yeah, and you're good to go. So you would have it facing this way. This is going to come out the back depending on your setup. And once you mount this all together, like it looks pretty sweet. It looks pretty self-contained, and it looks like it's going to be tough and durable. So as far as like winter builds go, I think this would probably be one of the best choices for a winter build type scenario. If you're flying around moisture or snow or anything like that, I think this is a great choice. This is an expensive choice, but you know, you can conformal coat your own gear, your own flight controller and ESCs if you want to. I'll try to find some link to some conformal coating for those winter days when it's super wet. But if you don't want to worry about that, this one's already coated and already waterproofed and dust-proofed and corrosion-proof. So that's it's pretty impressive that they've done that, and they've incorporated like some easy plug-and-play type stuff here outside of soldering on your motor. So if you want to do a first easy build for winter, grab one of these down from the link below. It'll support the channel, and I'm going to see if I can't do a build with this one coming up on the channel, and just walk you guys through that if you'd like to. So if you'd like to do that, I'll try to do that coming up on the channel. As always, a lot of instructionals and tutorials on here as well. I think they did a pretty good job, but I appreciate you checking it out today, hanging out with us on the channel, and hopefully you learned something today again about flight controllers and ESCs. If you want to know more, check out our website. And if you need some help with your quad, again, like FPV Service Center is open, and I am servicing quads now and setting up things if you need it on dronecamps.com. But have a great Thanksgiving, guys, and I'm definitely going to be building this one up. So take care, my friends, and I will see you on the next one.